So I don't usually work on Sundays, but I got the opportunity to do a service call about an hour away from my house today. And the only reason I accepted it, well, two reasons. One, because it's a family member that needed computer help. And the other one is because there is only one Jollibee in Michigan. It's in Sterling Heights, Michigan. And it is about an hour and a half drive from my house typically. So I don't often come up here just because of the length of the drive, but just because of the fact I got a chance to do a service call, and my service call was only about really 15 minutes from going over here. So I guess it's time for me to grab some lunch and we'll go from there. Time to get some lunch. So I got the two-piece chicken joy with the Jolly spaghetti. Let's open it up and see what we got. I did go with the spicy, of course, because that's really the only way to do it. It's your little flags to know they're slightly dangerous. Not really all that spicy, but the real difference between like going to like KFC or something like that and going to Jollibee is with Jollibee, they don't just season the outside of the chicken like KFC does. You just get a little bit of it on the breading or whatever when you want something spicy. Jollibee, typically they season all the way through, so once you get through the skin, there's even seasoning on the meat. So you get that. If you get it spicy, you get the spice all the way through the whole piece of chicken. So you're not, once you lose the skin with a piece of chicken from KFC, you're basically completely out of spice, and you're basically just left with some chicken or whatever. But the chicken is incredibly crispy, and it's spicy all the way through, so you can see like the crisp level on it is just crazy. It's probably extremely hot, but we'll give it a shot anyway. You know, for this being about an hour and a half away from my house, and I complain about the drive out here sometimes, it's always worth the drive. Like I said, it's quite a bit more expensive than it would be if you were in the Philippines, like exponentially more expensive. But if the only place you can get it is in Michigan, is at this place specifically, then you're never going to get a great deal, just because of the way the U.S. dollar works versus the Philippines peso. But the flavor is basically the same level of spice. The spaghetti is nice. I always get a Mountain Dew when I go here. They have root beer, and they got a couple different like fruit juice options and stuff like that. You can also get shakes and stuff. They have different shakes, and you can get a peach mango pie. Those are great also. It's definitely worth checking out if you're in the area. Might even be worth checking out if you just want to try someplace new, and you just want to go for a drive for the afternoon or something, depending on where you are. Maybe at some point they'll add a couple more to Michigan, but for right now, this one is the only one in Sterling Heights that's out in the Metro Detroit area, like southeastern Michigan. I know that other states have more locations, but this is the only one we get, so I can't complain too much about having to drive out here. It's just kind of, I miss being in the Philippines when I'm not there, and it's kind of like, it gives me a little taste of home, essentially. So I'm going to finish the rest of my lunch, and I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. I'll try to make some more. I know I'm not that great at making videos yet, but I'm learning, getting more comfortable with the camera, learning how to not be embarrassed talking to the camera in public and getting weird looks, because that's one I'm still working on, and I'm still working on learning how to edit and stuff like that. So as long as you stick around with me, I promise these videos will get better. It's just going to take me a little time to get this whole thing figured out, and I'll try to make some more interesting content. If there's something that you'd like to see me talk about, I've been to the Philippines. I'm actually going again next month in April, at the end of April, and that'll be my, I believe, my 8th trip there. And so if there's anything you want to know about like long haul flights, what to expect. I can't speak on the different islands and stuff. I typically fly into either Manila or Clark Airport, and I've usually just been in Luzon for the most part. So I haven't been to any areas like Cebu or anything like that, so I can't really speak on stuff there if you ask me questions. But general stuff as far as how to get around in the Philippines. I have 2 motorcycles over there now, so when I visit, I have a way to get around, which is definitely makes getting through traffic a little easier. A little bit scary sometimes, especially in Manila, but once you get used to it, it's not horrible. But just getting around in general, places to visit and stuff like that, how things work, what to expect when you land for the first time. I'm going to try doing some videos like that. I also own a computer company, and part of the stuff that I do for the computer company is giving talks about getting scammed on the internet, and there is a lot of romance scam related stuff that goes on, not just in the Philippines, but in Southeast Asia in general. So I'll probably do a video or 2 about how to kind of avoid getting scammed by people online when you're working on coming over, and how to keep from getting scammed once you actually arrive. The Philippines, from my experience, has been a very safe country. I haven't had any issues at all. I mean, I love it. I love it more than being here. It's just, the Philippines reminds me of the United States in the 80s, where everybody was nice to each other and kind of willing to lend a hand and everything like that. And that's kind of the vibe that you get in the Philippines still. So it's, like I said, I prefer it over the United States, and that's why I go back so frequently. I've been taking 3 or 4 trips a year for the last couple of years. And I'm already scheduled to go back, and you can tell that I like going there because I'm willing to put up with a 16-hour flight each way, non-stop 16-hour flight, and then another short 1.5-hour flight after that. That is a long time in an airplane, and with my typical anxiety, I am not the greatest at sitting in one spot and just being trapped in there, but I've got over it and learned to do it. So if you're thinking about taking a trip out of the country at some point, it's worth doing for sure, because it's quite the adventure. Well, I'm going to sign off again, and I'm going to go back and eat my lunch, and hope everybody has a good rest of their Sunday.